boy. Hey, wait. Ice, sit, wait. Ice, stay close. Don't go around there. That's danger. Come this side. Let's go this side. What? Wait. Yes. Joey Dimes. Joey Dimes. Nature just makes a way. Isn't that nice? Check this out. Look at this. Look at nature just making a way. Stay. You're fine. You don't gotta be here. You can wait right there. You wait safely there till I get back. All right? See if we can orientate him to such commands. Wait. Ice. Wait. Ice. Hey. Yeah. Right there. Wait. Good morning. Wherever you're tuned in from, if you are tuned into this broadcast, we are up here enjoying the sunrise, which happened not too long, about 30 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago. And from there, we're going to be heading home and tending to our other responsibilities. We have some major negotiations going on. This is Simon, affectionately referred to as Big Iron Simon. He's wearing my Top Dog collar. That's not the brand, that's the moniker I've given this collar. It's been worn by my top dogs of the yard when they've earned it, when they put themselves in that light. I can tell you what brand it is if you'd like to just visit me on one of my social media accounts at K9 Authority on Instagram. Just like it is at K9 Authority on here, we've undergone a new facelift and change for the page. I wanted to get more not just engagement but participation in the Canine Intelligentsia Academy. We'll revisit that plan in the future, but for now, I think it's going to be a more individualized approach, which would be just me, Adonis, ADONNIS, your canine authority, and I have to take on that role just because on a widespread basis, as much as the good intentions are widespread, humans have good intentions. There's this phrase in boxing, it's coined by the uncle of Floyd Mayweather, and he says, most people don't know about boxing. And there's an expletive in there that I edited out there. So, most people don't know about boxing. Same goes for dogs. And people have had dogs some people have had dogs for 30 years. One dog at a time, one dog here, maybe two dogs or something. And they might know those dogs, but they don't. And they'll 100% know their relationship with those dogs. But that doesn't mean that they know dogs. That doesn't necessarily mean that like their relationship with dogs is not going to be in the self-serving realm. Because when we orientate these beings to our society, they are animals, and we have civil expectations of them, and that's what makes them domesticated. They live up to those civil expectations. But there's a balance that has to be achieved. There has to be a balance between you sitting on your couch and holding your dog all day, and not just in the dog's life, but probably in your life too. There has to be a balance between you sitting on the couch and holding your dog all day and the dog living its natural way as a pack animal, a pack being, and seeing the way that dog would interact in a pack, what place that dog would have in the pack. These are important things for who they are, their being. So I don't just see them as pets, although they happen to be really great at that. They are great pets. I'm practically living my life for a very syncopantic being, and I'm 100% okay with that because I love these dogs. Not you, this one's not syncopantic, not him. But on a widespread basis, their nature is syncopantic. Am I pronouncing that correctly? No one has said the word to me, I've only read it. So, I might be butchering the pronunciation. But they're syncopantic, which means they will bend over backwards for authority, for power, or they'll bend over backwards to power if it means something good for them. That's what a syncopantic person is. But their whole species is. They're not like cats. Cats, if you released a cat into the wild, it would offset your local ecosystem. If you released a dog into the wild, people would need to start helping it. You know what I mean? So it's an entirely different thing. Cats choose to be with you. Dogs kind of need you, so they're syncopantic. I like you. Your dog walks so beautiful. Oh, yeah, he is so beautiful. He really is. He's just a year old too. He just turned a year old this month. His name's Simon. You got a stick there, Simon? The sticks up here are grown at like even higher elevation than this region is, or this area is. It's on a hilltop. And these sticks oversee the sun, or the sun oversees these sticks every day. So you gotta imagine there's some sun energy being imparted into the wood of that stick. I could at this point take it away from him. But he doesn't seem to be, he's just chewing. I don't think, yeah, he's spitting that out. He's spitting that out. There we go. Does anyone have any questions about Simon, or any questions about dogs in general? Anything you'd like to know about your dog? I'm a practicing cynologist. Like, you know, when somebody says they practice medicine, they literally are practicing medicine. That's what it's in the words, and that's not meant to like mislead you. Like, you're actually supposed to listen to the words. They're practicing medicine, and I'm a practicing cynologist, which means that's the study of canines. It's not caninology for some reason. That's a trademark. That I looked into it. There is a caninology as a private entity. It's an interesting name, but no, there's felinology, and that makes plenty of sense. But cynology is, and that's why the FCI is what the F is, but the C represents the cynology. So, anyway, this is Simon, affectionately referred to as Big Iron Simon. Why do I say he's the best male pit bull on the west coast of North America? Such a lofty claim. Now, that's not because I'm gonna go challenge some pit bull people into some Pokemon duel or something, you know what I mean? It's because he's the opposite of what the breed was originally intended and bred for. His docile demeanor is the future of the pit bull. The pit bull, what we call the pit bull today, is not long for this world. In our society, with people that really are not up to the task of raising a pit bull, or on a widespread basis, you just don't have the people for it. You can check my videos and see what goes into keeping an actual pit bull. When you don't want to be one of those people that just keep a pit bull in your backyard on a chain. And don't get me wrong, I've never had a dog on a chain, but I'm not against people that have their dogs on chains. I understand why they do. It's because those dogs are a liability. Those dogs are, if they weren't on a chain, they would be doing something very wrong. And that could start with something as simple as a squirrel going up a tree or around a fence. So there's not a place in the world moving forward where you have even more docile people, more controllable people. They're not going to be the type of people that a pit bull needs. And you can see my videos with a real pit bull. A real pit bull. This is a pit bull. He's genetically of pit bull origin, but he's a pit bull. What we need in a pit bull today and nowadays, and hey, whoever gave the thumbs up on this, thank you for that. Much obliged, and blessings to you. Yeah. What dog's gonna just let you just do this? If I wanted to hold him through the night, I could. Now, if I wanted to hold him, if I wanted to hold my pit bull through the night, if I wanted to hold my actual pit bull through the night, she's gonna rock her head around. I'm gonna catch them to the chin. You know what I mean? if you see my videos with my pit bull, like look at the videos with the pit bull, like look at the shorts on my page, you'll see me and her going rounds every day. We do rounds together because she has what is called fight drive, not food drive. She has fight drive. It's a division of play drive. Her fight drive needs to be engaged in a healthy manner, or you're not going to like the way she's going to want to engage it. I have videos of her when I first met her, long ago, on the beach of a private beach in Maine. I wasn't supposed to be there because it's a locals only beach. The locals let me know my California plates weren't supposed to be there. They like in this passive aggressive way, like kind of like they like talk loudly enough for you to overhear them. Like, I hope that they know that they get a huge fine for that. I'm not paying a fine into the state of Maine. It's not happening. Come get me. This is Simon. I have a video I'll show you later of what it was like when I had my pit bull, who was much younger at this time, on the beach and she saw a pack of dogs together. And she immediately assessed who is the leader of this pack, started going in on the pack and getting to that leader, he was a very well-behaved Newfoundland dog. And I know the situation. I'm like, oh, okay. I thought on this beach there wouldn't be no dogs. I thought I'd be the only one with the audacity to bring my dog on this beach. But there was a whole pack of dogs on the beach, and it's like a dog. Dogs aren't supposed to be on this beach. So here's the whole pack of dogs. And she goes right to the center, and she tries to take out the Newfoundland. The people that had those dogs, like at first, they didn't realize the situation. But I'm approaching with trepidation. I'm like, ugh. And they're like, oh, what a nice dog. I'm like, she went at the Newfoundland, and the other dogs like were trying to like get her off and stuff. They're such good dogs that they didn't like tear and quarter her for her misdeed of the day there. Other like things, like she would see a woman walking by on the lower side of Central Park. I can't tell you the exact street. All right, we just pulled up there because I'm talking a few weeks after I adopted this dog in Texas. We get to the lower part of Central Park, and there's a lot of posh people there. We also went to the upper side of Central Park, and I parked my car there and walked around while she was in the back seat, and no one messed with my car. On the street, if you're familiar with the area, you'll know the street. It's like 111th Street, right? There's like this, like you'll see this parking lot with like these old Cadillacs in there. They look like they haven't moved since 1970, but they're like kind of nice. That's the street I was parked on with my dog, my California plates, and no one messed with my car because she was there. If you look at the shorts, you'll see the way I need to engage with her, the way I behave, the way she behaves. This dog he'll never do that. He'll never need to like play like that. He is like, you could hug him all day and he'd be absolutely fine with it. And that's why, to me, he's like the peak pinnacle of what there is for a pit bull, because nowadays what a society needs for a pit bull is a dog that looks like a pit bull but behaves like a insert breed here. That's what people need from a dog. So people don't, on a widespread basis, are not ready to, like, a pit bull is a good dog for an athlete that's in training, not an athlete that's not in training. I work with my pit bull every day, and I work her to the point that she's tired. And nowadays, I used to like, I'd have to take breaks before, but now I'm like, get another chump in here. I'm just kidding. Her name's Champ. No, I just affectionately refer to her as Champ. She's not here, but like you can hear all that I'm talking about her. She's actually in a room by herself right now at home. Like, she has a whole room to herself. Before, she was in my bedroom. Like, I actually gave up my bedroom before because like her behavior is so bad with the rest of my pack, I have to split my house apart. But it's so worth it to me because she's actually my best friend. The other ones are my duty, my responsibility. I tend to them. This one's my best friend, I'm telling you about. This is like my boy right here. This is my boy. But I'm telling you about my best friend. and muy guapo. I'm the only one in my family that doesn't speak Spanish. I wish I could translate that. Guapo is something I need to know what that word means. I know that there was a pitcher for the Red Sox that had the nickname Guapo, so I should know what that word means. Your dog looks so beautiful. He is so beautiful. He doesn't just look beautiful. His soul is beautiful. His heart is beautiful. This is... I don't take credit for him. Like, I don't take credit. Like, it's not like my training made this dog. No, not at all. This is his natural being. This is just the way he is. He's only a year old. Like, he should be like hormonal right now. Like, he should be like trying to get testy and stuff. So many pit bulls end up as strays nowadays because they don't respect fence lines. They'll chase after anything, and that's why they have so widespread. Have them on chain. Like, the people that know this breed the most keep them on chains often. Mine don't need that because I raise a different kind of dog. But I can see why I can see why they do that. I can see why. It's very important to be able to understand the different viewpoints, even if you don't yourself subscribe to the viewpoint. You need to be able to see the viewpoint before you can engage in the conversation. If you can't do that, you're just one of those muddled voices in the echo chamber, perhaps. I'm so protective. Like, I'm on the top of this hill. I got my car parked down there. When I see someone walking by, I'm like looking down there like this. Acts like it won't take me 10 seconds to get down there. I used to see this ad in DuPont Registry. I'd read every month, right? Because my interest, cars, canines. But it's canines. I live for canines. But, like, there's a difference in interest and stuff, right? There are people that, like, let's say your interest is in cars. Or let's say there's somebody who really likes cars, right? For one person that really likes a car, like, you'll be like, hey, what's your favorite car? And they'll tell you about their favorite car. And they'll tell you about your favorite car. They'll tell you about the design of it, the color. They might tell you how fast it goes. Then there's another person that will tell you about their favorite car. They'll tell you about what the manufacturer was aiming to achieve when they developed the engine. They'll tell you who designed the car. They'll tell you what the difference was in this chassis platform compared to the previous chassis platform of that model. There's a difference in our interest, and not all interest is equal. Your interest is not equal to your own interest on your best day. So how could it be equal to everybody else's? It's not. So don't ever be one of those people that thinks everything is equal. It's not. Just hope that it's equitable. It doesn't have to be equal. If you like Simon, if you want to see more Simon instead of more of big old Texas Grand Champ Luna, if you don't want to see her as often, you want to see more Simon, hit a thumbs up on this, so I can know that you want to see this kind of pit bull too. Because I know that sometimes it's not as exciting as seeing me go a couple rounds with my other dog. That's not as exciting. It's not as exciting as seeing my protection dog training methods, which are in far excess of exceeding the standards based on result, based on what these dogs are capable of. It far exceeds the standards of the protection dog industry. I could show up in the middle. If I trained the dog, is whether I have gear on or not, it knows the difference, and it knows the situation. It knows when we're training It knows when we're playing. Simon here, he's not done any protection dog work. Now, Simon's biggest drawbacks, I would say, he has the potential to be barky if left unchecked. That's his biggest drawback. That's not really much of an issue for me, because I'm active in tending to needs and such, you know. I don't. It's not like when I'm walking my dog. It's not secondary. I'm walking my dog. If you talk to me, I'm like going to give you the same amount of attention I would if you tried to kiss me while I'm driving. What Albert Einstein just said, like, you can either be driving or kissing, but you can't do both and give either the attention they deserve. That's the way it is with walking your dog. And when you walk your dog, your leash is a communication device between you and your dog. It's your line of communication. So when you see people, or if you're one of these people, you're walking your dog and you're on your phone, you're texting, you're scrolling different social medias. If you're one of those people, which is common nowadays, like people don't, you know what I mean? Like, if you think about like how many hours every day people sleep, things that people do every day, people don't really eat without being on their phone nowadays. That's new to the human consciousness. It's entirely new to your dog when you're trying to bond with it, when it's trying to bond with you during that sacral exchange of energy that takes place during a walk. When you're walking your dog and your dog connecting with your energy, it's new for them to like try to connect with you through the buffer of you also having your phone in the way. You see someone down there, sweetheart. I feel like there's some people actually, like, you can condition your dog to like run off a cliff basically. If I would have to be, I was like, no, don't do that, like just grabbing this and making him all tense and stuff, right? That's all I'd have to do, and he'd be like ready to like whatever the thing he's fixated on. So I don't want him fixated, and I break that fixation like this. Ice. It's not breaking the fixation, so that's when we take it up a notch. There we go, right there. See, like, he knows, like, if he didn't do what I'm gonna say to do, like, you could be in the farthest corner of the yard. If you're doing something wrong that you're not supposed to be doing, I'm not even going out my door. I'm going out the window. Bet. Like, if you're my dog, you know when I say what I say, I meant it. And if you do not do what I say, I'm going to put myself in motion towards you to stop the behavior. You can do it on your own, though. And they eventually do decide to do it on their own. So I gotta be home on the hour, so I'll be back up here with another dog in another day, and we'll do another live broadcast of the sort. There'll be my car down there. That car done took me around America. The insurance company recently wanted to like take it from me. I told them, nah. You know when you get a horse, there's like titles involved in horses, but there's no titles involved in dogs. There's registrations. I have to register my dog, but I don't get a title for my dog. There's no transfer of ownership, and like there's perhaps that I'm not really one of those people that are for such regulations and such, but perhaps something like that is something that would help people become more responsible in their commitment to dogs. How do you feel about moissanite jewelry? Do you think it's fine enough for me? Should I be wearing something better than moissanite? Personally, I can't really tell the difference between the shine. I'm not in the jewelry business. So, if it shines, it serves its purpose, right? As far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to resell it, right? I really appreciate a jewel. But just like anything else moissanite does, it is extracted from the earth via mining. Likely child labor. I can't change the world. Can you imagine being like far away and trying to like interact with me? Like, I'm not talking about you guys, but I mean like someone down there or something. Today I'll do some rounds with the real Pitbull. The reason why I said that this is the best male Pitbull on the West Coast. I'm gonna do some rounds with her because that's what we do. Have you ever made a necklace into a bracelet? I believe in miracles. What is wrong? You sexy thing. Is that are those the lyrics? Is that the lyrics of that song? I believe in miracles. You came along. You changed my ways. So, I'd lived here for years before I encountered this hilltop. Simon! Too close to that edge, buddy. I lived here for a long time before I encountered this hilltop, but then this December, me and the shepherds done took a walk out here together. I'm committed now. I'm sure that this is not the best dog training content you're gonna find on YouTube today, but like and subscribe to this page because I am committed to providing that. There are some great dog trainers on YouTube that provide great content, but what I provide is footage of training in action. And not many of the YouTube dog trainers do that. What they tend to do is almost have podcast formatted shows, whereas I seek to show you the dogs in action. So right now you're seeing Simon on a hilltop. Someday you'll see him on a mountaintop. But we gotta start with the hills first. Well, bam! It's done. All right. People on the internet say you're beautiful, Simon. I agree. Remember to like and subscribe if you appreciate anything about this broadcast. If you have any questions you want to ask, any questions, I'm here to answer them. And appreciate the sunrise. I'll be back here to do this a little more often with maybe a different dog, a different day. And this will be another format of our broadcast. We'll do a little hill climb with open floor for anyone to ask questions about their dog training related or dog behavioral related issues. I don't know, I like almost, like, I don't care. It'd be like hard to tell me different. Like, know, because they got like lab diamonds, so they're like indistinguishable from the real things. The only thing's actually like they're more ethical. There's 100%. There's no children involved with the lab diamonds. But you couldn't tell me different. Like I wouldn't be like, this shines different. As long as it shines, right? As long as it shines, son. Now, Simon here. Simon and his behavior. He's the real diamond. So 42 minutes. I think I'm gonna take this up to 45 minutes. I'm gonna head home. I got some very important responsibilities and negotiations to tend to. Remember, dust yourself off whenever you sat in nature. You have no idea what you actually sat on or what sat on you. Who would you say are the top 3 dog trainers on YouTube? Last name's not coming to me, but the first one that comes to me is well, not the first one. I'm gonna go Joel Beckman for leash training. Joel Beckman for no nonsense attitude. Developing that, if you need that. Dog Daddy for dog behavioral reconditioning, dog behavioral cases. Dog Daddy. And I believe it's for overall training and for actual training, because there's a difference between, like what I just mentioned before. Those are conditioning realms. I don't like. There's like some people just say dog trainer, when actually what they actually seek is a dog behavioral conditioning specialist. I feel like there's this like widespread problem in like pet care services where like people try to like mystify what they're doing, and not so much in dog training, but like let's say like you go to the vet, right, and you went there, you spent $500 a day for them to tend to your dog. Let's say they tended to your dog for 3 days, and now you're up to $1,500. During that time, did they tell you what to do if you were dealing with these circumstances yourself? No. If you were to call them and ask them, like, hey, last month, this circumstance just happened with this dog. I am dealing with this other issue with this dog, or I'm dealing with the same issue with this dog. How could I tend to this myself? Because I don't have the budget to spend $1,500 to $3,500 on that treatment for this dog. I can't do it on this basis. Tell me what to do, and they wouldn't tell you, or like they wouldn't guide you on how to do it. And what they're doing is not a mystical thing. They're providing electrolytes. Right? They're providing electrolytes and a liquid diet on a timed basis, much like feeding a baby bird. So that's what I'm doing. And I looked into it, and I'm like, hey, so what they would do for me is have me pick up my dog at 5 p.m. when they close. And so I looked into it, and I was like, is it better that I continue the protocol myself, or should I instead just let the professionals handle it during their business hours? They need electrolytes and a liquid diet. Interesting. It's like only they are the purveyors and dispensers of that. Like they couldn't just tell you, like, this is what you're gonna need to do to keep your dog alive. They couldn't tell you that. So if they did, you wouldn't pay for the service. You'd be like, okay, I could spend. There are some people that would rather like somebody else do it than like tend to that every hour. I'm gonna take her on this side. Come on, Simon. Stay close right here. Don't be scared of nothing. Don't be scared of nothing. Come on. Good boy, take your time. There's no rush. Take your time. Figure that out. That's the brain working. Simon, let's go. He's experiencing fear at this moment. Ice. You break the fear with the concentration of the ice. Ice. We establish contact. He does not want to go this way. We're going to push him along and just get him right to it. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. We broke his trust. He wants to go back. Simon. Simon. I could carry him there, right? But this fish, just teaching him how to fish, does it benefit him more than just giving him a fish? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's not that hard. Come on. Come on. Yes. Yes. It's the same stuff. It's the same stuff. Take it slow. Take it slow. Yes, that's a good sit. Good boy. Okay. Let's go. Come on. There you go. There you go.